Timing is everything, and one of the factors is whether or not a relationship has a chance to last. Adequate timing isn't everything, but without it, relationships can be in jeopardy or not develop at all. Even when the timing is right, you must consider your compatibility with your prospective partner. Tune into True Love Knots by Maria Romano as she shares why timing in relationships is important.
Hi, everybody. Maria Romano here from True Love Knots. Oh, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's Wedding Wednesday. I just interviewed one of the GOATs. I call him the GOAT of the industry, Alan Berg, who is the wedding guru as far as wedding business solutions. So I'll be putting out that podcast on YouTube within the next few days. I hope everybody watches. But you know what I want to talk to you about? I've had a few people approach me. It's a topic that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Let's say you have a situation with your partner, right? And you really want to talk to them and it's festering inside you. I mean, you feel like you're ready to blow up, right? Like you're just ready to pop and you just want to, just attack them. Hold on. I want to share with you some great information that I think would make a difference so that when you have that conversation that's serious with your partner, that you're both going to listen and you come from a loving place. And we all know that coming from a loving place is so important because when you come from bitterness, right? You come from frustration, you don't get any place, you don't get anywhere. So a couple of things, I've been through this. I have gone through this and I'm going to go through this in my lifetime. So this is not something new, but I want to give you some information. So listen to this to the very end. And this might move the needle for you, or just might reinforce what you already know. So let's say you have something that you really want to discuss with your partner, and it just annoyed you. So take a deep breath. Okay, first take a deep breath and count to 10. And try not to have the conversation immediately, unless it's something that really, really needs to address. But try to do it where your tone of voice and your inflection doesn't seem to reek, of bitterness, right? Or you're mean. And that's hard to do. And sometimes it's best if you can just walk away from a situation and you could say, you know what, this is not sitting well with me. So I'm going to take some time to do some soul searching and let's try to have a talk, maybe 24 hours from now, 40, whatever it is. So that's the first thing, okay, that you can do. And I know it's not easy. But maybe if you sit down and write out what is going on, okay, maybe you might even come to a solution yourself or even reconcile the situation. And, I have clients that come to me and say, I had this conversation with my boyfriend, my husband, and we were in bed right after having intimacy. Like, oh my God, that is the worst thing. I've been guilty of that. Not the time to have the conversation. Never, ever, ever. And let me tell you why. That's really putting somebody at a disadvantage, especially if you want a serious question you're asking. That's really putting somebody there. You're lying there. Okay, you just had intimacy. I wouldn't spoil that moment. Enjoy that intimate moment. Relish that. And even though there's pillow talk should be light, should be airy, should be fun, should be about the future or what's coming up, but not if it's something serious. Set it aside. Set it aside. And don't try to hit your partner maybe right after they get home from the office or work. Set it aside. Try to find that organic, and I love when my friend Judy says that organic moment where you have that conversation. Maybe you're having a cup of tea. Maybe it's coffee in the morning. Maybe it's a glass of wine at night. Maybe you're out to dinner. And not when you're driving, okay? I do not recommend doing that, having a conversation when you're driving, especially when you're driving. So these are just a couple of things that I want to share with you, the don'ts of when you should have, and the do's are finding that right organic moment where you can come from a loving place, where you can share your feelings and not show bitterness. Not show that you're upset, coming from a place where this is what happened. This is what I didn't expect. This is what I'd like to see maybe moving forward on how we can both approach it and solve whatever it is that's in front of you. And, now listen, not every relationship can work their way through this. Sometimes we need to have a mediator or a family marriage therapist. By all means, I'm not a family marriage therapist. There are some great ones out there. Find one that can work for you and your partner. But in the meantime, take a deep breath when you're going through something. Try not to react. I think the biggest thing is we need to learn that the difference between an action and a reaction is a hesitation. Hesitate and pause for as long as you can. And by doing so, you'll have clearer communication. You'll have more respect for your partner. They'll have more respect for you. And you know what? At the end of the day, you're going to have a better relationship with others around you. So in the meantime, it's Wednesday. What are you doing this week in Las Vegas? We've had monsoons. I don't know if it's going to rain today, but continue to stay healthy, happy, and safe. And as I always say, spread love.